So today I am talking about perfectionism. Some of us, many of us, often aim for perfectionism in everything, for perfection in everything that we do. But honestly, that chase is exhausting, and it can set us back, it can hold us back, it can limit us. For myself, as one of your guides to taking bold steps forward, I've seen how accepting our flaws opens doors to real growth. Really, I've faced a lot of my flaws and grown from each one that I've faced. Vulnerability isn't about weakness. Vulnerability is about strength. Are you brave enough to be vulnerable? It's having the courage to admit, hey, I don't have all the answers. I don't have all the answers. I'm always looking for more answers. Or to say, yeah, I messed up, but I learned. In a recent chat on YouTube with Dr. Dan Robinson, who's an Australian voice influencer, we explored why feeling uncomfortable means that you are growing. It happens when you step out of your comfort zone. This is not fraud. This is not imposter syndrome. This is you stepping out of your comfort zone. It is uncomfortable. So why does this matter? Because letting go of our fear of making mistakes is vital. It makes us live more fully. Take my word for that. Without worrying what others think. This applies both personally and professionally. Or if you're like me, those are almost the same thing. By accepting our imperfections, we pave the way for impactful experiences and learning. I often remind people in my workshops that aiming for perfection isn't just unrealistic. I mean, who makes up the rules of perfection anyhow? What is perfect? It's a made-up concept in our heads of having every I dotted and every T crossed is the correct way, is the ultimate goal. That's just not true. What are we sacrificing by shooting for perfection? What other parts of emotional perfection or connection perfection or vulnerability perfection are we sacrificing if we are just looking at statistical perfection? Perfection in any form is unnecessary. So imagine how liberating it would be if we weren't so hard on ourselves. Picture a world where we're encouraged to learn from our mistakes, or being on a team where everyone feels safe to share their bold ideas. That's the beauty of embracing vulnerability. This openness also makes us better at connecting. When we're real about our struggles, we become more relatable and trustworthy, and people respect and follow leaders who are genuine and acknowledge their flaws. Although I will say there are some examples where that isn't always the case. That isn't the kind of leader that I would want to be. So how can we be more open about our imperfections? Spot your fears. What's driving your need for perfection? Fear of criticism or not measuring up? Recognizing these fears is the first step toward overcoming them. And I will say that one of the sources of my fears is my parents' opinion. Yeah. So aim for progress, not perfection. Set goals that allow for errors and learning. And celebrate your small victories. This video, you and me here together, this is a small victory. They boost your confidence. So talk about your journey. I don't care if you talk about it on social media, whatever, but talk about it with the people that you care about, the people that care about you, and the people who need to hear some more vulnerability in their own lives as a model, as a representation. And it shows that you're human, and it strengthens your commitment to authenticity. Seek out feedback. Just the other day, I was talking to a friend who said, sometimes you can be harsh. And I'm like, oh, can you give me an example? Because I want to learn and grow from that. Ask for feedback regularly and accept it gracefully. It's about improving, not being perfect. Be kind to yourself. Go easy on yourself when things don't go as planned. Practice self-compassion. This helps ease the self-criticism that often comes with chasing perfection. Embrace your real self. Not just the parts you want to be true, but the whole thing. Embracing our real selves leads to richer relationships and a more fulfilling life. By allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, we discover the strength to face uncertainties with confidence, turning our imperfections into opportunities. You have the green light to be imperfect. So, let's explore all the possibilities of imperfection together.